Hello and what is up, everybody? Today, welcome back to another episode of Story Time. Now, if you guys noticed the thumbnail or if you guys actually just read the title, well, this is basically this accident that happened to me that nearly killed me. And so how it all started was back when I used to live in LA. After I graduated from high school, I went to college, obviously. And this college I went to was probably one of the most annoying colleges I've ever been to, or it's just the worst in my opinion. Not just because, like, the fact that driving there was annoying, but also parking was just the biggest pain in the ass that I ever had in my whole entire life. No matter what time I would go, majority of the time parking was full. The only time parking wasn't full is unless you got there like maybe around 7, 6 a.m. And that's because no one really likes taking early classes. And for all you high school students out there who think that, oh, I used to wake up every time, to go to school at 8 in the morning, I could still do it. Actually, for some reason, or actually, now that the fact that like there really isn't that much motivation to go to college, it kind of changes and you just want to sleep in more, or you just want to do other things late at night. And so you'll probably be taking classes at 10:30. But the thing is, if you are smart, you're going to take classes early in the morning and then just deal with the regular schedule of basically still being in high school. The fact that going to college is still basically like a harder version of high school, but you're basically doing everything again just because of stupid general ed is just like a retarded idea, which is why I hated community college. And it's not that the college wasn't nice, but this school I went to was just full of Armenians. It should have just been like, there's nothing wrong with Armenian people, but just the people who I met, there was only few of them who were really cool, but the majority that I met were just a bunch of douches, or they were just there to take up space, and they never really passed the class that they did, so they just, like I said, take up space, and then just kind of wasting my time with stupid questions, not as a professor, but to the professor, just asking things like as if they never passed high school. So it makes me wonder, why the hell are they even there, or why are they even taking a class of a level where they aren't just like even compatible with? Now I understand like English is like a second language to a lot of people, and that makes sense, but it's just, if you don't understand that class, you should just leave the class and take a class like beginner, or try to catch up. Now maybe that's just being rude, but moving on with the story, I went to this Armenian community college. Parking was a bitch. Teachers sucked ass, and like majority of the teachers I had was just sucked ass. They were just very unmotivated, or just their teaching styles. Like when it comes to professors, I feel like professors just know the stuff, but they don't know how to teach the stuff, and it's very, very bad. I feel that all professors need to take a teaching class because their social skills are either awkward, boring, or it's just like they don't even want to be there sometimes. But there are some teachers who are just very, very passionate of their job, and it's just really, really helpful that they just enjoy their job, because when they enjoy their job, learning is not only easier, but they usually kind of like plan things out so you actually get a good grade and you learn, like you pick things up faster. That's just my opinion. If you have a good professor, then learning is gonna be a lot easier. Now moving on, I had this friend, or my best friend, or I call her like my white sister. Like we were like just very, very we got along really well, and like we don't hang out anymore, but I still miss her. And if I saw her again to this day, it would be as if like we just saw each other yesterday, or it was just as if like we saw each other. Yeah, basically, yeah, we saw each other yesterday. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but Connie and I were basically carpooling. So basically, she had one class in the morning on a certain day, like on like Monday and Wednesday, and then I had my classes in the morning, Tuesday and Thursday. So we would just carpool, take my car, save gas, and then not to mention, when it's her day to be early in the morning, technically I would drive. I don't know why I would drive when she had class early in the morning. It should have been her driving, but when we switched that like plan where like she would just drive to go to like to just park and then go to class in the morning, and I would just sleep in the car, we would do that. And the one time I choose to switch, I fell asleep in the car, and this was the first time actually doing it. We were driving up to this community college to go to get parking. There's this very, very steep hill. It's very, very steep. Like, it's just ridiculous. I hated driving up there. I just hated the area in general. Oh my god, just think of it now, just pissed me off. And it was just, if I can go back in time and just not go during that time, I would, and I'd be on YouTube like way ahead. I'd be on YouTube like way, like if I knew all my YouTube experience now, like I feel like because of community college, my YouTube channel hasn't really grown, even though I just started this new channel. But I could have started 5 years earlier, even, and I had an Elgato HD, like the original Elgato. So you know, I could have been uploading gameplay. I could have been practicing on my commentary as it, like, and make it more efficient, because compared to this, it's a lot better. Anyways, steep ass hill, can only drive 35 miles per hour, and I was just looking. Once we stopped at a turn signal, I was just looking at the light, and I just like I was just like somewhat half asleep, half awake, and I could see the light, and I don't know why, but Connie just drives and turns super slow, and there was one car next to us, and I don't know what happened, but I guess they didn't help us out, and they just drove past us, and they didn't hear the car accident or some shit, but they were pretty fucked up, because by the time we turned, this dark blue BMW smashes my car, totals it, like to complete garbage. This was my very first car. It was a 2001 Volvo. I don't know why, but it was a beige car. And knowing Asian people, they get the ugliest colors of cars. It's either, I mean, obviously it's either white or black, and then they choose like this super dark green or this like ugly tan beige color that looks absolutely hideous. And then there was leather seats or something like that. But this car was really, really good. This was like probably one of my, I missed that car till that day. If I could, I would change the color of the car. But basically, my car got totaled. It got fucked to shit. It was just the worst thing that could ever happen in my life. But I'm still glad I'm still alive till this day, because if Connie drove any faster, oh my god, if Connie drove any faster, I would have basically died. I would have been T-boned. Like, I was on the passenger side, and the one day, you know, I get knocked the hell out. And it's pretty funny because when we got in a car accident, or when we got like knocked out, Connie was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?" And at that moment, she just started talking to me. She's like, "I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. I feel like it's my fault. Oh my god, I'm getting an anxiety attack. I'm about to panic." And for some reason, I just wasn't upset. I was just very, very calm. And it was probably the funniest event now that I think about it. But it was just very unfortunate at the same time, because that was my favorite car. And so after this, though, the dude chooses to sue me, or chooses to sue Connie and I for turning on a red light. But we didn't. We clearly didn't. We knew we didn't. And like, we still won. It was in our favor. The dude was speeding. He admitted to speeding. The speed limit was 30, and he was going like 40, 45 miles per hour downhill as we were turning, like as we were facing uphill and turning. So this guy just literally knocked me out. I think I have a picture. I'm probably gonna put that in the thumbnail. And oh my god, it looked like Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali. Just imagine the strongest boxer, strongest Muay Thai kick fighter, I don't know, UFC fighter, just knocking my car, hitting it square on the jaw so hard that it's just dislocated. That's how bad my car was. If you guys see the picture, it's pretty bad. And when I turned on the car to move it out of traffic, you can hear the fan just whacking against the engine or just some side of the car. And it was probably the most upsetting thing for me. And I wasn't like FaZe Rain bawling my eyes out though, but it was just really, really tragic. And I wasn't angry though, which is very, very surprising, because back then I was just a pretty bitter person. And as of right now, I think I've kind of grown to not be as bitter or not be as angry. So it's a lot better, but that's all I got for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that gameplay commentary. If you did, you know, leave a like, subscribe, press that bell button to see my next videos. And I'll see you guys later, okay? Thank you so much for your time. Later.